Fear of change. Welcome back, winners. This is Winners TV, the home of all winners. We are all winners in Christ Jesus. And we keep on building and encouraging one another that it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, what you're doing, you can make it in life. Don't let negative people put you down because of where you come from or what you're doing or who you are. Because if only you can have a positive attitude towards everything that you're doing in your life, you can make it. That is what is important. Now we are talking about the topic of today is fear. Fear has really destroyed so many people, has really deprived so many people of their destiny. Because of fear, we've lost so many things in our lives. We've talked about what brings fear and the kind of fears that we have in our lives. I mentioned fear of feeling that you're not enough, fear of the unknown, fear of being judged, and fear of failure. And now we were talking about fear of change. People just want to be there. I don't want to make this move because I don't know what is next. I don't know. Why do you have to worry about tomorrow? Jesus said he holds tomorrow. So if only you know Jesus and you pray about it, because he's the one who holds tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow, because every day is a brand new day. Every day comes with blessings, with challenges. So which way? It all depends how you choose it, how you take it, what you want to do, how you look at it. Everyday life brings different things on our table. Today it may be a positive thing, tomorrow it's a negative thing. But you see, you have all the power to make it positive or negative, to change it. Because Christ has given you power. He has given you power to do all things, not some, all things, because he promised that he will strengthen you. And our topic of today is anchored on Isaiah 41:10, which says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you." He knew very well that at some point in our life, we will have fear. He knew that. But he's telling us, he's promising us that he will help us. He will be with us. Because he knew fear. We will have fear in our lives. So don't fear of change. You just decide to sit down there, not to do anything, because you always say it's better to be, for it to remain this way than to go into something that I don't know. So many times people fear even to change what they're doing in their lives. Example, the job, the kind of job that you have. I've seen people who are, today they are marketers, tomorrow they are carpenters, the next day they are teachers, they keep on changing. They are making their lives better day by day. When life brings something, when something happens into your life that needs you to change, just do it. Don't fear. Don't put it like you don't know what will happen tomorrow. That is why you don't want to make a move. The fear of change has made so many people to be stagnant, to be there, not to make any move in their lives. Because they fear, what will happen tomorrow? If I fail, what will happen? It's better I remain this way, not to try. Why? Why are you not doing that? Why have you decided to sit down there? You don't want change in your life because you fear about something you don't even know. That thing will deprive you. That thing will make you not to move in your life. That thing will make you to lose so many things in your life. Because for you to be successful, you have to accept change. You can't be there. You can't be seated there and expect that things will just happen. You have to keep on moving. And you see, when you're moving from point A to point B, there are so many things that will come. There are things that will put you down. There are things that will make you feel like you're on top. But that shouldn't make you sit down and relax. Keep on moving. It doesn't matter. Today it may rain, tomorrow it's sunny, the other day it's cold. All the time, every day is a brand new day. If it rains today, tomorrow it may not rain. The next day it will be dry. So don't be afraid of change. If you want to achieve something in your life, stay focused. Stay focused. Let your eyes Be on that thing that you want to achieve. Don't look around. Because the moment you start looking around and listening to what people will say, you won't move. You may lack today. You know, today you're down. I've seen people who today they're down. But in a in a period like 2 or 3 months or a year, when you meet them, you don't believe. You say like, what? Is this really you? You fail to understand, you know, because they did something in their lives. They made a move. So make that step. If you want to get married, get married. Don't fear because of stories that you hear. That, oh, so and so, oh, so and so, or don't use other people's examples to put you down, to make you stagnant, to make you be there in life. Be yourself. Focus on that thing that you want to do. Believe in yourself and pray your God, because He is there to help you. Take yourself as if you are there alone and you want to achieve it yourself. Don't tag your success on something else, to people. Because the moment you start doing that, you will fail. You will fail. And then fear of losing control. Fear of losing control. I want to talk to parents. Sometimes when our kids, when they reach a certain age, you know, we need to talk to them. We need to tell them how life is. Be it a girl or a boy, you need to explain to them, if you do this, this is the result. If you do this, this is the result. But because we fear that if we tell our kids that, they'll hate us, or they'll never respect us, or they'll see us, they'll fear us, you know. Fear of losing control, that we will lose control of our children. No, that should not be there. Learn to take charge. It doesn't matter, you may lose control today, but tomorrow you are in charge. I don't always live my life like, if something happened to me today, that tomorrow it will happen to me again. No, I always have a positive attitude. That is why I started this group, The Winning Attitude. And, you know, I want to give you a short story how the winning attitude came. At some point in my life, there were so many things that were happening. I didn't even know. I was confused. And fear was really, really, really in my life. It was my daily bread, sleeping in fear, waking in fear. So there was this time that I was walking on the streets, Nairobi, and I saw this book written, The Winning Attitude. Something told me to buy this book. I bought that book at 150 shillings, Kenya shillings. And I started reading this book. Every day I used to read like let's say a chapter or so. So the more I kept on reading this book, something came into my life. That there were so many questions going on in my heart, in my life, in my head. What's your attitude towards life? Are you being negative because negative things are happening in your life, or are you being positive because positive things are happening in your life? So, do you know that if you decide to be positive when negative things come into your life, you can do better than that? So, one day I found myself creating a group called The Winning Attitude in Life. And through the winning attitude in life, so many things have happened in my life. I can say that most of the things that have happened in my life are good things. And I thank God for that. I managed to write like 2 books out of that, you know, about myself and other stories. So it's all about your attitude. It's all about your attitude. You know, it's all about your attitude. So that is how the winning attitude came. I learned that in everything that I face in my life, I will always have the winning attitude, no matter how long it takes. Because sometimes we go through so many things in our lives. In relationships, in our lives, with our children, with our parents, with friends, with relatives. Bad things happen in our lives. Things that we can't control. But you see, there are things that we can't control in our lives. But when you realize that you cannot control that thing in your life, the only thing that you can do is to have a positive attitude. A negative thing can come, but okay, I know it's negative, I know it's hurting, but what can I pick from it? Because everything that comes in our lives, you know, there's always this sunny, the positive side of it and the negative side of it. So you can choose to be on the negative or on the positive side. But you see, most of the time, people tend to dwell on the negative side. On the negative side of everything that comes our way. That because this thing has happened to me, you sit down there, you start crying, you cry yourself, you cry from morning to evening. It's not bad to cry, but after crying, what do you intend to do? Do you start blaming other people? Do you start complaining all the time? Because you see, in this world, if you start blaming people, you will blame people, and end up dying blaming people. They didn't create you. It's your God who created you. And each and every person, God created us in his own image. He loves you just the way you are. If you have a problem, the moment you have a positive attitude and you pray, I'm going to tell you things that you can do, especially when you find yourself most of the time you're negative. But now, there are people who are negative in life. They are just negative. They've been negative they've always been negative. So they are looking for people whom they can also influence to be negative. Have you ever met these people who they're always discouraging? You want to do this, they tell you, oh, you cannot do this. You want to do this, they tell you, oh, you cannot do this. There's nothing positive they can tell you. Why do you have to stay around such people? Why do you have to befriend such people? Is it a must? There are people, the moment you share with them that you want to do something in your life, or maybe you want to go somewhere, this is what you're planning, they will always tell you, you cannot do it, don't try, so-and-so tried it, and she failed, and he failed, so you think you can make it. Avoid such people. If you have friends like that, don't hang around those people. Don't share with them what you want to do in your life. Because there are people who are, that is their field. They're no longer thinking that in life anything can happen that is good in life. So they're always trying to recruit people for them to feel good, to feel safe, to feel like they're not alone. Don't stay around negative people. I've met people who there's nothing, they're always trying to put you down because they don't want anything good to come into your life. The moment you start this, they start telling you the disadvantages more than the advantages. Why? Why are you so negative? Why? Don't be negative in life. One thing I can tell you for sure is that life is unfair. For sure it is, But it's up to you. It's up to you to turn whatever life brings in front of you to be positive or negative. Because we're still in this world. We are not in heaven yet. Even those people who are born again, they meet bad things. They meet things that are beyond their control. But you see, one thing I know, there's one person who can who can give you the power to turn the negative thing to be positive. As you try, as you put an effort, as you put a winning attitude in your life, and you pray, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Now, look at this. It may sound funny, but sometimes when you find yourself, or most of the time, you're negative, maybe your life is boring. What can you do about that? Start doing a little bit of exercise. I've been doing exercises before, and when you do exercise, in your life, it boosts you, it makes you a little bit see the positive side of life. It strengthens you, because you see, there are things that we cannot do because the physical condition that we have, the physical body cannot allow us. But the moment you can do them because you have that energy, you start looking life the positive way. Do exercise. It doesn't matter. You can't do it in your house. You can do it in the gym, but do a little bit of exercise for your physical health. Another thing, sometimes you have a lot of pressure in life. You want to do so many things at a go. 3, 4, 5. You are not relaxed. So have time to relax. Like right now, we are relaxing in the house all the time with our families, all the time with people that love us. Relax. Have time for yourself. Sometimes we find ourselves too busy for nothing. Don't think that if you're busy, then you're making money. No, it's not like that. Have time for yourself. What if you make money and then you die? Have time to relax, have time to exercise, and make yourself feel comfortable. Eat good, relax, sleep, have enough sleep. because people think that if I'm working, I carry my work to my house, still on the bed, you're working, you're having that laptop, then you're making a lot of money. No. In fact, you are risking your health for no reason. Have enough time for yourself. Create time for your family. Relax. Do a little bit of exercises, and then eat healthy. Sometimes when you feel you're negative, maybe you're not eating healthy because there are some foods that can interfere with our moods. You see? Maybe you drink a lot, excess. Then how do you react after that? How? Eat healthy. And you know what it entails to eat healthy? Take a lot of water. Take a lot of water, eat healthy, balance. It doesn't matter how much you have. You can afford that. The little that you can afford, And then the most important thing, pray. Prayer. Pray to yourself. Pray to your family. Pray to that person, that friend of yours who is always negative in life. Pray for him, for God to change him. And talk to him. Because you see, when we pray, we should also apply the action part of it. We have to talk to them. But if it's you who is always negative, try to change. At the same time, let God, pray to God to help you, to change your attitude towards life, how you see things, how you handle things, how you talk to people. Are you this kind of person who is always negative in everything that you say? There are people here, in social media, there's nothing, all the time when they keep on posting, like right now, with the current thing, this thing that is happening, there are people who they always say, like, this thing will last for 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, there's nothing positive coming out from them. They are discouraging people. Instead of encouraging people, seeing the better side of it, like right now, okay, we are quarantined, but we are with people who love us. We are making, because things have been happening. There are parents who wake up in the morning before their kids. They come back late when kids are asleep. They don't know, the kids are always there with house girls. They don't know what they eat. They don't know what they think. They don't know what is happening into their kids' life. But right now, they're spending time with their kids, That is the better side of it, the good side of it right now. People are bonding, families are coming together. Because, did you know that the devil doesn't like families, and in fact, that is where he normally hits. That is where it normally starts. Because the moment the dad and the mom goes apart, the kids are also on their own. Everything is apart. It starts there. It hurts the devil very much that families now are together. Families now are bonding. They're talking, they're loving each other. It doesn't matter, because right now, even issues that people have, people are now learning to resolve, to know one another, who they are, the likes and the dislikes, which of course, it's always, the devil is always against the family. He doesn't want the families to be together. He loves it when families are apart. He loves it when parents doesn't spend most of the time with their kids, with their families, with whatever. But right now, God is uniting families. God is making people to realize that families, it's very important. We are learning to know each other. We are learning our kids. We are learning our spouses. We are, there's this love that out of this, that is the positive side that I'm looking at this time. That it doesn't matter how long it takes. But one thing I know, at the end of this, families will be together. Families will learn to value one another. We will learn to put our families first, because all in all, at the end of it, right now you have to go back to your family. There's no way out you can go anywhere else. You have to. We have no choice. So something good is coming out of this. I'm not looking at it like how long it will last. It doesn't matter, because it's only God who knows. People may say things like right now they say, oh, this thing is going to kill Africa. No. One thing I would like to say, Africa belongs to God. It doesn't belong to anyone. Africa belongs to Jesus. It's God who created us. It's God who created us. And we can do all things. And there's nothing like Africans will die. In Jesus' name, I say and I speak boldly that Africa belongs to Jesus. In Jesus' name.